Ghana's inflation has maintained its slumping spree after the rate dropped to 45% in March 2023. This is the third consecutive month that inflation has slowed since inching a more than two-decade high in 54.1% in December 2022. Listen to government statistician Professor Samuel Kobnenim, who announced the new rate a few hours ago.
Consumer Price Index and rate of inflation for the month of March 2023. Consumer Price Index for the month of March 2023 stood at 166.6 indices relative to 114.9 that was recorded for the same time March 2022. Given these two price indices, that is 166.6 for March 2023 and 114.9 for March 2022, year-on-year inflation for the month of March 2023 was 45.0%. This means that prices of goods and services on the average have gone up by 45.0% between March 2022 and March 2023. We continue to see a decline in the rate of increase. So although we still continue to record inflation rates that are showing higher prices over time, the rate of increases have been declining. It will be recalled that in the month of December 2022, when we reached a peak of 54.1%, it decreased by 0.5 percentage points in January 2023 and further decreased by 0.8 percentage points in February 2023, and for the month of March 2023 we are seeing a 7.8 percentage point difference between the year-on-year inflation that was recorded for the month of February 2023 and March 2023. So conclusively, we have seen a sharper decline in the rate of change in our inflation rate between February 2023 and March 2023, although prices of goods and services on a year-on-year basis have seen an increase of 45 percentage points annually. On a month-on-month basis, we have recorded a deflation, and this deflation is 1.2%. That is between February 2023 and March 2023. Prices of goods and services on the average have gone down by 1.2%. This deflation that we have recorded in 2023 saw its kind in September 2020. So the last time we saw a deflation in a month-on-month inflation of about 1.1% in August 2020 and about 0.8% in September 2020. We've now seen another deflation for the month of March 2023, with prices of goods and services on a month-on-month basis going down by 1.2%. We do the first level disaggregation from the perspective of food inflation and non-food inflation, and also further do the disaggregation based on locally produced items and imported items. From a food and non-food inflation perspective, we see a percentage point difference of 10.2 percentage points, as food inflation recorded 50.8 for the month of March 2023 relative to 40.6 for non-food inflation for the same period, March 2023, culminating in the 10.2 percentage point difference between food inflation and non-food inflation. From a locally produced item perspective, we did record locally produced items 41.9% for the month of March 2023, whereas imported items inflation was 51.6% for the month of March 2023.
Let's get on Zoom and speak with Head of Price Statistics at the Ghana Statistical Service, John Foster Ajao. He's joined me this afternoon. I'm grateful for your time, Mr. Ajao. What's accounting for this significant dip in the rate of inflation?
Good afternoon to our cherished viewers. So if you watch, you realize that for the month of March, there have been a significant drop in the rate of inflation for domestically produced items. And I think this stresses the point that people are making, that if I were to look inwards, with correct things that we do locally, we may see significant drop in the rates. So for March, yes, it's locally produced items, and that is food mostly.
Can you disaggregate this headline figure by actually walking us through some items that recorded rates above the national inflation?
Great. So as we indicated in the release, whereas in the past months, we used to have diesel, petrol, featuring among the top 20 items. But the good news is that for the month of March, with the exception of granules, which has always featured in the list of 20 items that record inflation about the national average, most of the items that used to influence the rate have gone down. So now we're talking about groundnut, palm oil, washing soap, which is an imported item, sunflower cooking oil, coconut oil, and then sanitary pads. These are items that recorded inflation above the national average. But amongst all these, it is only washing soap that saw a significant increase in price between the month of February and the month of March.
Mr. Anao, what's the picture at the regional level?
So the regional dynamics is quite interesting. If you recall, we used to have Western North leading the regional, I call the league table. And interestingly, for the month of March, we're still having Western North, which is leading. And then we have Volta region, as usual, also recording the list. And you realize that Western North, Bono, Eastern region, and Greater Accra are the regions that saw significant increase in inflation. Whereas the Ashanti region, the Volta region, had the lowest in terms of inflation for the month of March.
Are we likely to see such more significant declines? I mean, especially should we get the IMF approved?
You know, that's a hard one though, but ordinarily, as I've said, looking at the dynamics and how things are going, we should be seeing, the rate keep on the downward trajectory. But you see, it's all boiled down to other policy dynamics. And so if tomorrow you and I wake up and we see some other policies that are counter, the decline that we are recording, then we may have a different story. Yes, the IMF story is in twofold. If it comes along with conditionalities, that will probably show increasing in taxes, that will see people getting out of job and other things cause rate up, then there'll be a reversal. But if the policy comes and it favors, for example, like fuel prices, exchange rate being stable, then we can continue this thing that we are seeing.
John Foster Ajao, I'm grateful for your time. He's head of price statistics at the Ghana Statistical Service. Meanwhile,